Time Druid is almost dead, and Time Druid does go down. Sneaky Elephant's going for it, and they do manage to keep the phase gate up. Onos is moving in right as the arcs are moving out. This is very fortuitous timing by the alien. Hello everyone, and welcome to the very first Natural Selection 2 tournament for the Sucky Gamer. My name is Talutha, also known as the Sucky Gamer, of course. And I'm joined here with my good buddy and co-caster for the night, Prawn, also known as Andy. How you doing tonight, Andy?
I'm living the dream. I'm chilling, looking good. No big deal. You know.
Chilling and looking good. That's always a good thing to be. Are you excited about tonight's match?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. I hope to see some good NS2 action. I want to see a lot of team play, a lot of killing going on, a lot of strategy. I just love this game, and I'm looking forward to seeing what these two teams will bring to the table tonight.
Oh, I'm definitely looking forward to it too. I mean, this is a thing we had planned out a long time ago. Just one day we were both playing Natural Selection 2, and you know, we were like, why don't we host a tournament? And we did. Unfortunately, Andy's always busy, so I've had to get a new co-caster, but luckily, he was able to join us tonight. And are you happy to be here?
I'm off work and ready to party. I've got 1 can of almonds, and I have a bag of pistachios, and I have my Mountain Dew, so I am set.
Oh man, that's definitely a good set of snacks to have. I have a bottle of water. We started a bit late. One, because I can't remember where I put any of my ties. You can see Andy's actually wearing a tie right now. I told him, I was like, Andy, you have to wear a tie. I'm going to wear a tie. You have to have one too. And I don't remember where I put any of them. They're all gone. They're lost somewhere. But
so you don't have a tie on?
But I have a nice shirt. I have a nice blue shirt that looks, I think it looks pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't point me.
Just no tie. But we've got an excellent match tonight. We've got Nexzil and Breakfast Klub both here, both ready to play. I know they're both very excited. And we've got a lot of good stuff planned. But first, Andy, do you want to know who's playing in the rest of the tournament?
I would love to know who's playing in the rest of the tournament.
I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing who's playing in the rest of the tournament, and we're going to go ahead and take care of that. So let's go ahead and check out the brackets, folks. All right. So first up on the brackets, we've got the wonderful Sucky. I think that's how you say it. I've never been completely sure about how this is said, but I think it's Sucky. Rubik's had to correct me on it earlier, and I still don't remember. I mean, but they were a new team created just in time for NSL Season 1. They're a Division 3 team, winning about half the games they've done, and I'm excited to see them play. They'll, of course, be going up against Duplex. Mixed team from, they have Danish people on it, they have German people, people from America, and Spanish people. They're actually a Division 1 team, winning 7 out of the 7 games, losing only 5 games. They're actually one of the oldest Natural Selection 2 clans, and many of the best players have actually passed through the ranks of Duplex. Coming up third on our bracket list, we have Goar, a clan from Iceland, fairly new to Natural Selection 2. They have 2 people in their clan that were actually from Natural Selection 1, and they're quickly becoming the clan to look out for when you're facing them. Division 2 team winning every game they've played so far, 4-0.
Yeah, 4-0 starts, good way to go.
Yeah, the next team unfortunately I don't have a lot of information on Cool Clan here. I wish I had a little more information, but I wasn't unfortunately able. I decided to do this at the last second. This is a cool thing we just started, and I didn't get in touch with them. But I assume it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing them in action.
Yes, our fact sheet for them, for your viewers, is empty. It says Cool Clan.
Next up, we have Nexzil. Nexzil's often regarded as one of the best North American teams. We're actually seeing them in action tonight, winning every single game in their Division 1 bracket in the U.S. division. And we've known a lot of people. Bitey's in there. Gliss is a very good player. B-Link, all those guys are very good in Nexzil. I'm excited to see them play against Breakfast Klub, the next clan in the list. Breakfast Klub just went through an entire roster change. They actually aren't in the ENSL this season because of this, and we're going to see if their new team can do any damage against Nexzil tonight. Two U.S. teams, two very good teams. I hope you're excited to see that. True North is up next. True North's a fantastic Division 1 team. A lot of you know them. They were featured in Usabi's Friday night show match against NorCal this past week. A team comprised of U.S. and Canadian players. They've actually won every single match in their NSL records except the 4 matches they played against Nexzil. So definitely excited to see them play. Up next on the roster, we have Northern Lights, a brand new clan making their debut for this tournament. They're from Sweden, hailing from Sweden.
I feel like they might have some trouble with whenever the games are hosted. It could be 3 a.m., 4 a.m. there.
Oh yeah, all the European teams, they'll be up late, I'm sure, but they'll be excited. They're all happy.
I've heard they don't really sleep in Europe, so it shouldn't be a problem.
That's true. That's true. I don't even know if they have beds. Up next, we have Circular, formed from the Reddit pug groups. I know one person from this team, Crazy Coco. He's an awesome player. I'm definitely excited to see if they've practiced a lot, if they've done a lot of good jobs, and things like that. I'm super excited. Next up, Andy, we have the team.
The team.
Division 1. They've won 3 games. They've lost 5, and unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of information about them either. They are from all over Europe. They've got players from everywhere. And should be good. Next up, of course, we have Bounded. Bounded from Sweden, another Swedish team, formed just after the ENSL season started, and they're just now getting into this. This is going to be their first tournament that they've been in. They've been actually playing a lot of scrims, so they should be pretty well prepared.
Have you casted any other scrimmages yet?
I have, and they're a very good team. They'll be a force to be reckoned with here in a bit. And of course, last but definitely not least, we have Archaea, regarded as the best team in Natural Selection 2. We saw them play earlier today if you were watching my cast, and they are just absolutely, they demolished the competition. I'll be excited to see if anyone can keep them under control for this tournament.
I mean, that Division 1 record of 16-0 is, like, I'm already scared.
Yeah, they've done a lot of work. All of their players are just excellent shots. They're good. I don't know how else to say it. I'm a little distracted here. I actually got kicked out of the server because I was idling a bit too much.
Oh, that might have happened to me. Let me see. Yep, I got kicked as well.
All right, awesome. Well, just join off me. I rejoined, but it's gonna be a good tournament. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Thank you to Rubix from the Reddit community. He's made all these videos that you've seen so far. Salenthia, my normal co-caster, has also made a few of these videos that you haven't seen yet. We've got a lot of really cool stuff coming in, and I'm just super excited to show it to you guys. So the teams are still getting ready. They're getting set up. We should be getting started here soon. I see Nexzil Bitey's sitting in the server. We have a lot of Breakfast Klub people. So while we're waiting around, I mean, we have a little bit of time to talk. Andy, what do you think of the game so far?
Of NS2 in general?
Of NS2 in general.
Well, I bought you a copy, bought me a copy, bought my nephew a copy. I have an extra copy ready to give to somebody whenever they, the next person I see who is worthy, who will actually play the game. So I think very highly of it. Yeah,
and I'm super excited because, I mean, we've got a lot of balance fixes in the future. We've got the first major content patch coming out end of January, early February. I'm super excited to see what's in that. They've already let loose that they're going to have railguns in it. I'm not sure if they're going to have anything for the aliens or not. They've been really closed-lipped about it. We might be getting a new map. In fact, I'm about 90% sure that there's going to be a new map set up. So
Yeah, I would be interested to see maybe some editing of alien functions like vortex with the fade. I've never really seen anybody use that. Blink, when it's compared to shadow step, it's like there could be something there to differentiate more blink from shadow step. Just a few things like that I'd like to see, be addressed here in the next few months. But
yeah, definitely. That's something they're definitely taking a look into, I'm sure. Especially Vortex. Vortex was a lot more powerful in the beta because it would be an area effect that you actually put on the ground, and it would, if anyone that walked through it, would actually be pulled into this vortex. Now it's a fairly useless ability. Like you said, not a lot of people use it. It's a third tier hive ability, and it's just like we said, it's not generally used a whole lot, especially in the competitive environment. And I know you aren't someone that you're so busy with real life and work and things like that. You're not really into you don't know a lot about the competitive plays and things like that. But it's not used in the competitive play at all, ever. I don't think I've ever seen it used. There's a few things I've never seen used, but
yeah,
Vortex is definitely one of them.
would
So
be interesting.
it would be interesting. So you've bought so many copies of the game, and it's just, we're both Natural Selection 1 veterans from way back in the day, and it's quite a change. I'm excited about it.
It's one of those. It's enough. It's familiar enough to where it's a good transition from the first game to the second, but it's different enough to be just open up new horizons, a lot of new players, just to be interesting to a much wider audience. And I'm excited about it in general.
Definitely, definitely. And it looks like both teams are almost ready to go. We should be getting started here in just a few minutes. So, Andy, are you super excited to get started with this?
I'm pumped. Let's do it.
Oh, man. I'm pumped, too. I'm so excited. Let me tell you guys, I put this thing together. I was super happy to see this thing get the momentum that it's gotten. I'm super excited that I've gotten the support from, say, the Reddit community, the support from the Natural Selection community, the support from just even the competitive players. They've all been absolutely amazing, and I'm excited what this first season, that's right, I said it, this first season of the Natural Selection 2 Sucky Gamer tournament will bring. But I'm ready. Andy, let's go ahead and get started. So,
for shizzle.
Here we go, folks. The first game of the Natural Selection 2 tournament.
Our teams are currently 5 versus 6.
All right. I cut you off in the middle there when I started playing the video. I apologize about that, Andy.
Okay. I was asking, our teams are... Oh, nope, now we're 6 on 6, so...
All right, so casters are ready. Looks like both teams have 6 on 6. We have aliens as Breakfast Klub first. The Marines will be played by Nexzil right here on NS2 Summit. Summit's obviously very famous for the middle tech point here over in Crossroads, a very hot spot to take, because if you do happen to take it, you do have access to the rest of the map very easily, but it's also incredibly difficult to hold. All right, sorry, I was writing something down. Obviously, as you saw in the video, we have the Atrium tech point, Data Core tech point, Sub-Access, and Flight Control tech points. And it's gonna be fun. This is one of the better maps to play. There's 3 maps often regarded in Natural Selection 2 as competitive maps. This one, NS2 Tram, and NS2 Veil, which you'll be seeing as the second match in the tournament. Obviously, these are best of 5 games, so you'll be seeing 2 matches for sure on this map. You'll be seeing at least 1 map on NS2 Veil, and should we have to go into a tiebreaker, a random coin flip is going to decide which team gets to select either the side or the map, with the other team selecting the other option, both in private messages, so neither team will know what the other team selected, and they just have to they got to go with it. And it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good times. All right, so we're just waiting.
All right.
Yep. Next looks like Bitey said. Hang on one second. Twitch.tv/Talutha. Looks like Bitey's doing a little bit of promoting for us to get a few more people in here. We'll see what happens.
Take this time to adjust my webcam, aka my iPhone.
AKA your iPhone. Yeah, Andy's using his webcam, his iPhone as his webcam, and it worked beautifully, didn't it?
So far, so good. I mean, it's working all right.
Working. It actually looks a lot better than I thought it would. A little jumpy, but you know, what do you expect out of an iPhone, right?
There we go. I've adjusted its position. Hopefully, I won't rage and hit my computer desk and knock it over.
Well, you don't have the webcam on right now, so.
Oh, really? You can't see it?
No, there's no webcam during this, but we'll be going back to the broadcast stage for us after the match.
Gotcha.
So we'll see what happens. Still waiting on both teams. Both teams are 6-6, so they're just about to get readied up.
Now, is that what we're playing, a 6-on-6 tournament here, or is that what teams are?
That is. Competitive teams are 6-on-6. Andy, way to be a noob.
I am a noob. I was assuming they were 8-on-8.
At least pretend like you know what you're talking about.
What's this game called again?
Team Fortress? There's a 2 in it, so it's got to be Team Fortress 2 at least.
What is that leathery dog thing running around?
Leathery dog.
Command station under attack.
Ooh, and the CC's already going down. Oh, they stopped it.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard game for Breakfast Klub. They've been working really hard. I know both teams actually just got out of a scrim, so it'll be interesting to see how both of them do. Nexzil, of course, is a very good team. Nexzil, both Bitey and Gliss on Nexzil are both just incredible players. They know probably more about the game than anyone else. I mean, they have the numbers down to a science, and Bitey's actually a fairly popular competitive player in other games.
Did you see the message Calkin spoke in chat in the game?
I did.
No, classic. Making me LOL over here. The good news is, everybody watching too, my dog is taking a nap, so hopefully you won't hear him bark, chew on stuff, go crazy. By the way, I got to spend some time preparing for this cast by refreshing my brain on different knots for ties. I went with the full Windsor tonight.
Oh, nice.
Nice big knot.
That's kind of what I was worried about, is if I got my tie out, I wasn't gonna remember how to tie it.
Tie.net. I believe that is the website.
Tie.net.
Has very simple explanations. Whenever I've forgotten in the past, I've always looked it up.
Well, I remember the first time I ever got a suit was at Men's Warehouse, and they actually gave me a card, and I'd actually used that card to for many years, all the way through college, to learn how to tie ties, and it's came in very useful.
I know that stuff comes in handy. It's awesome. I'm amazed at how many people do not know how to tie a tie. I mean, half the time I fall into that category. I'm like, wait, how do I do it again? And it takes a while for my brain to refresh. But let's take a poll. Everybody in chat, does anybody here actually remember how to tie a tie and tie a tie on a regular basis?
All right, here we go. Looks like this is going to be live, and we've got Breakfast Klub starting down in sub-access, and we have Nexzil starting up in data core. Two fairly close spawns, not the closest you could be, but it should be good. And we have our first encounter already, Andy, in ventilation.
Yep.
3 Nexzil against now 1 Breakfast Klub, as Poovy gets the heck out of there.
And they could potentially, once they see this hive, try to push it pretty quickly, with given the distance from their own start point.
Yeah, and usually what you see is the aliens doing a quick rush on a starting base. But look at this, all of the aliens coming together and taking out these Nexzil players.
They did that extractor's at half, but it did survive. There's only 1 Nexzil left, and he's running to vent.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't suicide themselves on that sub-access resource tower, because they were all in there. They could have taken it out. They knew they were going to die, but they decided not to.
Look how quickly they've already got these towers going up. They are building the power and vent. They have the tower up in reactor core. They have the tower almost finished in atrium. So not only do they hit fast, but they've got really fast res going up.
They do, definitely. I mean, they're already on 3 towers, And as soon as Vent finishes, they're going to be on 4 towers. And the 2 Marines up north, Kerrigan and B-Link, have absolutely no contestation right now. Although we do see Nitro hitting the reactor core tower, so that might potentially go down, especially since there's no one at all in range to take care of it.
Although the Marines are also dropping Crevice, it's almost completed, so the aliens just now have Breakfast Club gets computer core, no computer lab, not bad. Although look, they're gonna lose the res tower in their sub almost.
Oh wow, yeah, we see Party Skulk actually working as a gorge to try to get that thing back up. Luckily it doesn't go down. That would be very painful for the alien team to lose their first resource tower.
The extractor and flight control does go down before it is finished, so that'll hurt the aliens.
Oh yeah, it takes, for those of you who are not aware of numbers, it takes 2 minutes for an unassisted reactor, unassisted alien harvester to pay itself back. It takes 1 minute for it to build, 1 minute for the resources to get back, and then it starts giving you resources at a surplus. And of course, you can't discount the fact that it does give party members, people in your group, personal resources.
Marines have the power and flight control down, and they're building the res node there. Falcon's just sitting outside waiting for an opportunity to strike, but not sure if we'll go in. Oh, we have a double team.
We
Party
see,
Skull scourging.
We actually see quite a few aliens here, and it looks like Nexzil's going to take quite a hit over in flight control. They are definitely going to lose that, and it looks like Crevice is getting hit as well. So this is going to put the...
But sub, there's a Marine pushing the sub. They're being dropped health and ammo. See what they can take out.
Glissy is definitely a very, very good shot. Very close friend to Bitey. They both work well together, and only because they both aim so well and they know exactly what each other's thinking. But he's sitting here with R-Line and definitely doing a lot of excellent work. But
and the Marine extractor and Crevice goes down.
Yep, and the sub-access reactor actually stays back up. So the Marines have actually lost 3 total resource towers. The aliens have only lost 1, but at the same time they are sitting on 2, with their 3rd building yet again in flight control.
And they've just dropped the Hive in flight control. Marines just now starting their upgrades. Armor 1 just now starting.
Yeah, they've probably been a little bit low on res just because they've been having to place towers over and over again. But that Armor 1's going to help them. The commander probably feels they need a little bit extra help dealing with this alien threat. Maybe their aim isn't as good as they would have hoped tonight. And Derriere is actually chopping on reactor core. Bitey goes in there to do a little bit of defense on it. Does end up taking down Derriere. Excellent.
Gets him with the pistol.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nitro's and Atrium hitting the extractor there. So the aliens are playing a good job running around the map trying to hit the Marines' resources.
And if you look at sub-access, Glissy and R-Line are back again. Now that reactor finally goes down. That reactor they've been working on the entire match finally goes down, and the aliens come in and clean that up, but just a little too late. And
let's see.
Up in Atrium, we have Bitey going against Nitro right now. Looks
Flight
like
control, they're pushing the Hive, which is not yet built.
Oh wow, they are. This Hive's at 43%, 51% health. Both Kerrigan and B-Link having to defend these, deal with these aliens as they come through. Derriere takes a lot of damage. And, you know, most of the aliens are sitting in flight control. Looks like we have a 2 Marine push moving into sub-access, just barely catching a drifter as it drifts out of the alien base.
Armor 1 finishes, and Weapon 1 is immediately started for the Marines. That Hive and flight control is still being shot at.
Oh wow, it looks like I wasn't watching. I guess B-Link was able to clean up all of the aliens himself.
He survived.
And look at that, he's still surviving. He is at full health right now. His bar looks like it's at half, but that's because he has no armor at the moment, so he is at full health. Same with Gliss down in sub-access. He's at full health right now. Excellent job. Whoever placed these Hydras did an excellent job. They've been doing great keeping the Marines back out of the alien base, but now that they're starting to go down, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble.
The Hive's at 2% health.
And there it goes. Flight control gets destroyed. Doesn't even get built. And that's going to be pretty brutal. The aliens sitting on 3 resource towers, losing a total of 40 res on that Hive.
The Marines sit on 5 towers at the moment.
Oh yeah, and they're sitting on a surplus of 45 res right now. So they've definitely they were skidding their wheels a little bit in the beginning of the game, but it seems like they finally got traction, and they're doing very good, of course, as Nexzil always does.
Yep. They're taking down the Marine extractor and flight control, and it is going down. As far as life forms of the aliens, it seems like we have one lurk, and then everybody else is still skulks.
Yeah, we have Nitro at 32 res. He's not able to go Fade yet, but that might be what he's going for. He does have the most. Derriere right behind him at 31 res. So I'd anticipate one of those is going to go Fade. One of those is going to save up to Ono should the game go that long. But Nexzil's doing a great job keeping their lines up. We have ventilation and crossroads. No resource tower at Crevice though. Perhaps they've decided that's too expensive to try to defend. And look at this, Andy. We have crossroads. Second command centers being built right now.
Almost done. Yeah.
Phase gates are coming up almost at the same time. That's excellent timing by the Marines. They're going to drop the phase gate almost immediately and get this place secure.
And with that second command center, I'm sure that soon we'll see jetpacks and.
Yeah, exactly. Nexzil's not a team to place a command center just because they want to. They're a team that places a command center because they know exactly what they want to do with it.
Although the extractor and sub does go down, there's 2 Marines there just harassing constantly.
Oh, and that puts the aliens down to 1 resource tower just in computer lab. They are sitting on 38 res, possibly saving up for another hive.
Oh, they're gonna lose. The aliens are gonna lose the extractor and flight controls. Well, the Marines decided to not finish it off. It's sitting at 78%.
They do get a, they're getting a phase gate set up in flight control for a little bit of defense. That's going to be brutal for the aliens. Not only are they going to have that phase gate and flight control, they also have crossroads just locked down. And the only place that the aliens can set a hive is all the way up north in Atrium. Although we do have Pooby now biting at the heels of this command center.
And Nitro does take out the Marine extractor and reactor core. Although at this point, it could be a little too late, but...
Well, the Marines are sitting on 3 resource towers right now. The aliens still sitting on 1. Looks like they're trying to build sub-access back. It is almost finished. Going to finish any second now. There it goes. Aliens back on 2 resource towers. But like you said, the Marines have almost double the res of the aliens have acquired this entire match. And the aliens have lost a hive, so they're almost negative 40 on that thing.
Looks like there's an alien drifter headed towards Crossroads to try to spy the area, see what's going on. Although it stops in that hallway between computer Crossroads.
Yeah, the aliens, we have Derriere and Party Skulk sitting in flight control doing whatever they can to stop this Marine incursion. But, oh, and here we go. The aliens making a big push. They really want flight control. They know they need a hive. And you know what's interesting, Andy? We haven't seen any upgrades from this alien team yet. They haven't even upgraded their hive.
Oh, we haven't, have we?
That is very interesting. Something I've just noticed. And there are no aliens sitting in the base. They're all at flight control. And we have 1 Marine now moving into sub-axis. Bitey by himself. He's got Gliss on the other side. And it looks like he's suiciding himself onto the resource tower as aliens come through, but they don't get it. They don't get it. He decides to change his mind and starts taking a few pot shots at aliens. Kerrigan comes up. And
you know, the alien team has dropped the hive in flight control. We'll see how long they can defend it.
Yeah, they desperately need this hive. But at the same time, I don't know if they need this hive quite yet. It's kind of odd that they haven't got any upgrades yet. I mean, I'm wondering if this is a bug, but at the same time, I don't see any upgrade chambers in sub-access. So
there are none.
Yeah, they're definitely working on 0 upgrades almost 10 minutes into the game. Really trying to get that second hive up for whatever reason. We do have Nitro skulking around in Crossroads. B-Link.
I mean, at this point, with the Marines upgrading, without Celerity or without Carapace, the alien team, they're almost sitting ducks.
Yeah, against Nexzil's excellent shooting. I mean, Carapace would definitely be something I'd look forward to. At the same time, regen would be good, but if you're not able to get away from the excellent shot from the Nexzil team, then regen's not going to do you a whole lot of good. But something, anything, even adrenaline, I would take any upgrade at this point.
Look at the battle just outside sub. Down to 1 Marine, 1 alien.
Yeah, Gliss is doing an amazing job. Oh, but Legend of Kalkin does take him down.
And he claims it. He lets everybody know in chat. He says destroy.
That is my kill, and you can't take it away from me.
Oh, flight control looks like. Yep, there are Marines taking shots at flight control hive.
Yep, R-Line, B-Link, and Bitey, all 3 going for this. Pooby is there by himself trying to gorge. Kalkin, Derriere, and Party Skull coming in to try to do a little defense. B-Link's actually on the other side, separated from his teammates. He might go down here. He gets a very good nano shield. And man,
Oh,
they
look at
might
that.
take out all of these aliens. Wow. Only Kalkin is the last one alive, and they're just gonna. They're not even gonna care about him. They're just gonna start shooting that hive, and that's gonna do it.
Yep.
There's no way that Breakfast Klub can come back from this kind of deficit in resources.
Another thing across the map is there's just not a lot of cysts being spread to spread the infestation around.
There isn't. They actually, I don't think they've had a commander for quite a while. He's been jumping in and out, trying to do 6-person pushes, but it unfortunately just hasn't been working for them.
It just seems this whole time that the Marine team has been very organized, having 2 people push sub-axis all the time. Meanwhile, other groups are going around the map, capping resources and attacking the alien resources, while this alien team seems... They've just been on the defensive the whole time, haven't been able to get a foothold,
And that's actually a good point that you bring up. I mean, we do see, like we were saying in the bracket video, Breakfast Klub just formed. They just redid their whole team. They're still trying to learn each other's, you know, methods and things like that. But Nexzil, they've had the opportunity all ENSL season to learn that from each other. They're very good. Like I was saying earlier as well, Glissy and Bitey are both very, very good friends. They've played many games together from Natural Selection 2 all the way before as well. And they know, that's 2 people right there. They know exactly what each other's thinking when they go into a room, and they're able to capitalize on that. So
there's the 3rd command center up in flight control. So now the Marines sit on 3 command centers, and the aliens have 1 hive.
And that's going to put unlimited pressure from the Marines. They're going to be able to spawn from anywhere and take these phase gates anywhere they want to go and apply pressure almost instantly everywhere. And Breakfast Klub's doing whatever they can. They're protecting their computer lab resource tower as much as they can. There's hydras everywhere. Interesting placement on all those hydras. Very good placement, I want to add. Because usually when you see hydras placed around, I mean, they're all usually grouped up together, but these things are not going to be able to... actually, they're not hitting the Nexzil players right now as they try to snipe that resource tower.
Yep, they're all computer labs. Major focal point right now, but the Res Tower will go down.
And we do see the first upgrade finally. I'm not quite sure when this happened, but they did finally get Carapace. So
yeah, I think it's been up for about a minute or 2, I believe.
They've been doing a good job. Breakfast Klub, new team, doing an excellent job. I mean, there have been times in this match where they've kept Nexzil on their toes. There have been times where they've won the engagements and important engagements as well.
Oh, there's a beacon down a data core. I'm not sure if they're going to push. It looks like they're not going to push, but yeah, Breakfast Klub, considering the team that they are playing, I mean, this game has lasted over 14 minutes, which that in and of itself is an accomplishment against a well-oiled machine that is what are they 12-0?
They're 12-0 right now. They haven't lost any games in their division.
I mean, any team to be undefeated in any sport, any category is just an amazing thing. So
yeah, and if it comes down to it, a very good match is going to happen between Nexzil and Archaea in the semifinals if both teams happen to make it that far. I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind that Archaea is going to make it that far, but Nexzil versus Arc is going to be a match to be seen. I mean, it's going to be good. Should Nexzil make it that far? Of course, you never know what's going to happen. Upsets occur every single day in every single sport.
You have aliens trying to hit... Oh, they do take down the res and a reactor core, so that brings the Marines down to 4. But we do have... Looks like Glissy and
R-Line sitting up in sub-access, taking again that resource tower. And that's got to be pretty demoralizing for an alien team when you're not able, or for any team, if you're not able to keep up your main base extractor, if it just keeps falling over and over again. I mean...
Although, there's an alien push going on in the crossroads. There's a skulk on the phase gate. Only 1 Marine... Oh, but more Marines are phasing in.
Oh, it looks like
they're trying to focus on that phase gate.
Yeah, that phase gate's going to fall. There it goes, and they're going to definitely work on that command center.
Well, they're going straight for the res tower, not the command center.
That's true. At the same time, I'm sure they know that there's a command center in flight control. They know if they take down this command center in Crossroads, it's not going to do them a whole lot of good. They're going to try to hit the Marines where it hurts on that money, and it might pay off for them. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier. This was a very important engagement in Crossroads, and Breakfast Klub took it.
There's Nitro. He's attempting to get the extractor and reactor core, but Bitey's there to defend it.
We see a big Marine push down in sub-access as well. It looks like our line goes down. Glissy's by himself. Brainbot and Kalkin are moving in. Derriere as well. Glissy does excellent shooting against Derriere. Kalkin also gets hit quite a bit. Nitro comes in, and Gliss does go down. So a failed push by the Marines, but they did quite a bit of damage there. Looks like, I'm not quite sure if they hit that extractor or not, but they were definitely pulling the aliens back away from potentially hitting this crossroads.
The Marines do have jetpacks research finished, so now they'll all be jetpacking up. And this Marine team, individual res is 56, 35, 64, 83, 68. I'll have plenty of res for weapons and jetpacks.
Yeah, and you see Derriere's at the top of the aliens with, or actually Nitro's at the top with 54. He's getting very little personal res every single tick, and just not able to get up there for an Onos. Not that I'm not quite sure if it would have done them much good.
Ooh, and Bitey goes down at Crossroads. We'll see if Derriere decides to attack that chair anymore. Oh, he hits a mine, but he's still alive, still kicking.
Command station under attack.
Yep, reactor core is going down. The command station at Crossroads is going down. And aliens are defending sub-access. This is a good play by Breakfast Klub. They know they're fighting from behind. They're doing whatever they can to defend these areas.
And Nitro almost has... Oh, Nitro goes down. He almost took out the Marine extractor and reactor core. It is currently at probably 24%.
Oh, wow.
Got close.
If he didn't take it down, there was also a failed push. That Crossroads push I was talking about was failed. Kerrigan's actually welding this Crossroads command center, so that push is going to be like it never happened. Jetpacks are almost done. As soon as those finish, I'm sure we're going to see the final push from Nexzil.
Oh, I believe they are finished, aren't they? Oh,
nope, they're researching right now. They're almost done. Nexzil, you know, Nexzil's tried to push in multiple times, and they just haven't been able to. There's the beacon, the jetpack shotgun beacon, and here we go.
Now these Marines are literally flying around the map.
And it looks
they're
like
all heading straight through Vrint, straight in the sub. So this could be a final push.
The aliens are nowhere to be found. There's Pooby is in there. He's just now leaving sub access. Brainbot jumps out, but this is going to be it. Every shotgun blast to this hive is just like a grenade blast to it. And this thing's going to fall. Oh, look at that. Brainbot's doing a great job keeping it up. The alien's able to return just in time. We have Derriere as a fade moving around. And this is just a massive engagement right now. A massive engagement, and both teams doing an excellent job. Gliss goes down, but Kerrigan gets one. Derriere takes out Bitey. Our line goes down, and Kerrigan goes down. That's an amazing defense from the Breakfast Klub team as they go ahead and call good game. So the first match is going to go to
Nexzil.
To Nexzil. So that was excellent. Excellent shooting. That was, I mean, I'm kind of surprised. That was an incredible defense from Breakfast Klub, but they knew with jetpacks
it's only
out,
a matter of time.
Yeah, with jetpacks out, there was really not too much hope of coming back from that.
Although surviving 19 minutes against a 12-0 ENSL team, that's an accomplishment right there.
It really is, and you know, I'm interested to see. Nexzil's going to be at an advantage. A lot of people are considering right now that aliens are a better team, or a harder team to beat. Aliens having an easier time, so it's going to be interesting to see if Breakfast Klub can potentially do a little bit of damage against the Nexzil alien play, because they do play aliens very, very well.
It could be interesting.
It could be very interesting, and I'll be interested to see a few things. What Nexzil gets as their first upgrade. I mean, Summit's such a fairly large map. I mean, Celerity would be good. A very popular thing that they often do is regen, because they're very good. Nexzil's very good about hidden runs, getting in there, taking a few bites, taking a few bullets, getting out and regenning their health and going back. And obviously something the Marines cannot do. And they make use of it very well.
Yeah, something in this game that I think Breakfast Klub will hopefully focus on, especially as Marines, is just upgrades. I think it's a little easier to upgrade as a Marine because it's from one object you build instead of having to remember to build several different things around your hive. So hopefully they'll get that arms lab up and get some weapons and armor research going on early on. So hopefully give them some kind of an advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, they've got a little bit of work. Breakfast Club just playing an amazing game. I'm gonna be sad that they get knocked out in the first round. I'm actually pretty good friends with Pooby. I played a few games with Party Skulk. Andy, I don't know if you remember Party Skulk and Brainbot. Both of them come to a lot of the Reddit Pug Nights.
Yeah, I played with those guys.
Yeah, they're very good. Party Skulk's one of the best players that comes to that.
And Pooby and I were actually playing Shiv earlier today together.
Oh, nice. Chivalry's a good game. Definitely a good game. Bitey, I'm also pretty good friends with, and he's both these teams I'm rooting for. I mean, I don't have a favorite, but hopefully we can see Breakfast Club do an upset. Ooh, don't tell Nexzil I said that, but that would be an amazing
It
play.
would be
A match that lives in infamy. So it looks like we're almost ready to go. We see a ready check from the Marines on Breakfast Club. We're just waiting for Nexzil. Probably talking about a few things. Now that they've seen Breakfast Club play a match, they're talking about a few things. Probably about where they want to push, where they think Breakfast Club is going to go based on their previous tendencies, and it's going to be a good match. I'd be interested to get in the Nexzil voice chat right now and just hear what they're saying. Same with Breakfast Club. I'm wondering what Breakfast Club is going to do as a Marine team to push this back. What do you think, Andy?
I'm just reading through chat. I see Premonition has joined us.
He has joined us. A lot of people
An
have joined
amazing
us.
player who I think he's too good. He might hack at every game he plays ever. He kills me in everything we ever play.
That's true.
But
he is very good.
Mad respect.
Yeah, we've got quite a few people. I'm glad a lot of you have stuck around, joined us tonight for the premiere match of the Natural Selection 2 tournament. I hope all of you are enjoying it so far. We're both enjoying bringing it to you, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Bitey, lay off the energy drinks and ready up. Bitey, I was talking to him earlier today. We were doing a meeting with me, Pooby, and Bitey comes in. Oh, I just bought 20 monsters from Big Lots, and he was without even drinking one. Bitey's a very hyper person, and I can't imagine what's going through right now.
Ridiculous.
As he's no doubt chugging those things down.
That's something I'm currently out of, but I did buy a 24-pack of Mountain Dew for $3 the other day, so I've been doing it up.
I was never a big fan of Mountain Dew. When I worked at Blockbuster, there's a drink, Surge.
Dude, I love Surge.
I don't know if is it not still around anymore?
I have not seen Surge in 10 years, so...
Man, I used to drink a Surge every shift at Blockbuster. But here we go. Here we go, Andy. We're starting the match.
Here we go.
Looks like Breakfast Club is starting in Datacore. And
Same start
Nexzil,
locations.
it is. It's the same race start locations. They've obviously switched clan start locations. But
This should be interesting to see what happens.
yeah, and I expect to see excellent drifter play. We actually see a first drifter already in sub-access. Party Skulk sitting in ventilation right now. So they
Two
both
Marines pushing into Crossroads.
They both know exactly where their bases are and where they need to hit. And it looks like Party Skulk, unfortunately, B-Link is doing an excellent job keeping pressure. Oh, B-Link's going to come in, an excellent Parasite. And Party Skulk goes down with his back turned.
Marines have already started research on mines, which early in the game, that could be a very, very effective way of defending what you're taking. Yeah, they do have the extractor up in the reactor core.
We've seen a lot of excellent mine play, and it's always fun to see an attacking Skull get killed with a mine, no matter who it is. It's always fun to watch. And we see the Marines actually get cleaned up by Gliss and Kerrigan, both Gorge and Skulk over in Computer Lab, as they start to move towards Crossroads. Actually, just Gliss is moving towards Crossroads, joining up with B-Link.
Oh. Reactor core. Looks like Bitey's going to try to take down the Marine extractor. Two Marines are on the way, but Arling comes from behind.
Yeah,
I think they're extractor. Oh.
That's excellent play. They knew the Marines would come respond to that. Gliss and B-Link coming in to defend it, and they do get that resource tower down. That's going to be the first resource tower that falls for the Marine team. But they do get ventilation up. Ventilation's incredibly risky for the Marines in this.
See if they can hold that.
Yeah, in this startup, I mean, it's so much closer to the alien start than it is to the Marine start.
Oh, look at Atrium. They just got that extractor up. Looks like Biden's going to take it down in Atrium. Meanwhile, the alien team, Team Nexzil, does have Computer Lab extractor fully operational.
Yeah, and that reactor that reactor in Atrium, the resource tower, not up long enough. The Marines do have to keep resource towers up for 60 seconds. At one resource every 6 seconds, it does take 60 seconds to fully refund. And actually, Bitey gets taken out around the corner, but of course, Party Skulk and Poobie are too late. Gliss is sitting right there. Oh, he's going to take Poobie down. I think he was waiting for the build to start, but Gliss does take a lot of damage.
Meanwhile, the Marine extractor and ventilation looks like it's probably going to go down as well.
Oh yeah, Derriere is doing a little bit of defense. He's obviously, it looks like he's given up. Both Beeling, Bitey's actually coming into, oh, Bitey goes down. Derriere, excellent shooting, but that tower does fall. That's 3 towers lost for the Marines, but they are sitting on 3 towers right now total.
The power in reactor core is almost dead, and there's R-Line hanging out on the roof in there, trying to see if he can troll the Marines a little bit. Oh,
and it looks like they've actually went for Carapace first.
Nice. Perhaps
they assume, well, they wouldn't assume. They know that Breakfast Klub's shooting is very good. I've seen a lot of good shots from Breakfast Klub, and they perhaps felt they needed that little bit extra armor in between them.
You know, from this Marine team, we don't have an arms lab up. They do have mines researched as far as tech for them. They did build a second IP, so if they get in a jam where a lot of them go down, they'll be able to spawn in rather quickly.
It looks like they're trying to rebuild ventilation.
Atrium is under attack by R-Line.
Oh yeah, and there's no Marines anywhere near to respond to that. That Atrium tower is gonna fall.
Ventilation is put back up, but it's gonna take a good amount of babysitting that area to keep the aliens from coming in and taking it out again.
Yeah, they see Gliss. They take a few shots at Gliss, but Derriere goes down. Nitro starts getting hit by Bitey, and Nitro goes down, and they're going to start chopping on that ventilation tower. That thing's going to go down real quick.
And they're assisting up in there.
Yeah, not up for any amount of time. Oh yeah, you're right. They are assisting up in there. That means the Marines aren't going to be able to rebuild that resource tower before
once it's
getting
gone,
rid of
it'll
assist.
be gone. They also lost Atrium again.
But look at this, Derriere and Kalkin moving in on Bitey, along with Nitro. Bitey doing...
They do save it.
Yeah, Bitey doing an excellent job sitting around the bottom here. If I go...
Oh, look at that. Look at that move.
If I go into first person, you can actually see Bitey was tracking along the bottom here and doing an excellent job. And now he's going back for that reactor tower.
Looks like they might try to push that hive, but I don't know if they have enough to take it at the moment. Oh, ventilation. Can they save it?
Oh,
what is that?
That thing is at 2% health. One Skulk needs to just go around and bite it. And we see that flight control is claimed right now, and Versal is moving in to build it up as a gorge.
Nitro is trying to defend ventilation, but...
Oh, he's not able to hit... Kerrigan does go down. Nitro's doing an excellent job here. That reactor tower is still at 2% health. All they need to do is get one good bite on it, and there they go. Bitey just goes in. He just goes in and takes it out. So that's...
Oh, look at in Reactor Core 2, we have 2 aliens with a free reign just taking out the extractor there. The Marines have lost 6 extractors so far this game. That is just a lot.
Yeah, and the aliens are doing a great job not only taking out Marines, but they're taking out Marines in large groups, forcing them to wait in that queue with 2 IPs. But it looks like they are going to save that reactor core tower. The aliens are going to be on 2 hives here soon. The flight control hive at 60% now, being pushed up by Versal. Beeling doing a great job keeping the Marines busy in reactor core. And the Marines are down to 2 resource towers. I don't know if you noticed, but they've lost 6 towers this game. The aliens have lost 0. Absolutely no pressure from the alien towers right now. And as soon as
they've had a free reign just to expand into flight control, which they've taken advantage of.
Yeah, as soon as that second tower goes up, as soon as that second hive goes up, you're gonna see a rush of upgrades just from a plethora of resources that they have. A huge surplus.
The aliens do have an extractor that is finished in Crossroads, so now they're sitting on 4, whereas this Marine team is on 1. That's tough to do right there. Shotgun research has started, and flight control is up. As soon as flight is done, we see Leap come in for the alien team.
And I will respond to one thing in chat. I am calling Blink B-Link because I like making fun of him. I'll just be honest. I like calling him B-Link. Looks like excellent pushes by Breakfast Klub. R-Line barely makes it out here. Looks like Nitro's looking for him. He can't see him. Look at that. You see where he's hiding right now?
That is awesome.
That has to be way close to the suicide area down here. And the Marine's just not able to grab him. That was excellent, excellent movement by R-Line. And Blink actually takes down a few of those Marines. See, now I'm calling him Blink. I don't know what to call him now. I'm going to get confused in my head.
You've confused yourself.
I have.
Congratulations, chat. You have won.
So this is excellent play. Look at this, Andy. Look at Pipe Junction right now. A huge Marine push. The alien's kind of out of position. We see one skulk. And
one skulk, but... Oh, there comes R-Line. Yep.
We're going to see if the Marines can keep this up. A drifter comes out.
Oh,
and
they don't kill it.
There it goes. They're doing a huge push against this hive. Sub-axis is at 80%.
60.
Oh, and look where Bitey is right now. Oh, Bitey gets taken down by a mine trying to backdoor the Marines.
Oh, I don't think they're going to get the hive. They were so close.
That hive is at 27%, and they're unable to do it. Wow, that was excellent play by both Nexzil and Breakfast Klub. But it says that
they're calling GG.
Yeah, Breakfast Klub is go ahead and doing a good game. And that's going to do it. Nexzil has taken 2 out of this best of 5 against Breakfast Klub. So it's been very good matches tonight. Very good matches. What do you think, Andy? Are we going to see an upset? We're going to Vale next.
We'll have to see. Vale is a very classic map. Most players who were at all familiar with NS1 naturally seem to adapt to Vale because it's very similar, and we'll just see.
What are we going to?
Best of 5.
Okay.
So all you guys have to do is win one more.
So
they're gonna get to choose their side for their starting side for the next map.
We are?
No, Breakfast Klub.
I think got Alien Spirit.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next map. These have been some very, very good matches so far.
Blink wants to spectate.
This is Sparta. This is Vale.
All right, so the next map we're going to be going to is NS2 Vale. It's going to be good.
Some of the Team Nexzil members were asking, are there any rules for this tournament?
There are quite a few rules. I will say this is the first tournament that I've done, and there are going to be a few things that aren't going to be good. We're going to make some mistakes along the way, and this is kind of one of those judgment calls I had to make on the fly. I didn't realize that in this situation where, say, Nexzil has taken both games, how do we decide the third match? And I just went ahead and made a judgment call. If it doesn't work this match, then we'll change it for the next match. But right now, I'm going ahead and just saying, you know, let's have Breakfast Klub choose their side. This is why we run tournaments, because it's fun and I get to make up rules, right? You know, let's go ahead and set a new rule, Andy.
What's that?
Nexzil can't use guns.
This only.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Nexzil is gonna go ahead and be, looks like the Marines. Aliens is gonna be the Breakfast Klub team. So here we go. Let's check this out in 1 second. So here we are on NS2
Welcome
Vale,
back.
everyone. And we're
It's a
ready.
good map.
It is a good map.
do-
It's a very good map. This is one of the most popular competitive maps with the double resource node in Nanogrid.
Nanogrid.
And this,
Which I think it quickly becomes a key in this game. Whichever team can hold that, that's 2 resources pumping every 6 seconds for your team right there, and it adds up.
it does add up, and it's very easy if the aliens are able to start over in a subsector. That's definitely the shortest way to get there. The least amount of sys going from subsector all the way up to a reactor to Nanogrid. Cargo is also a very good starting area, giving you equidistant access, or not equidistant, but pretty equal distance between subsector and pipeline. And pipeline being by far the worst starting area. I can tell you, Breakfast Klub is probably hoping they're not going to get pipeline at all, because should that happen, I mean, that's going to be hard. C12 is the only available resource node from that area, and Cargo, while being the second closest, is still fairly far away, and Nanogrid from pipeline cost a ton of sys to get there. A ton of sys. So it'll be interesting to see not only where the aliens start, but how they manage to do this.
I'm enjoying the pregame banter between both teams. Team Breakfast Club was asking Nexzil if they could please have a second high of this game, and
Yeah, and I think they're pretty good on friendly terms with each other. They've done a few scrims with each other this past week, gearing up. Nexzil is a very good team. They like to teach. I mean, especially Bitey. Me and Bitey have hosted, or Bitey and I have hosted a new player workshop when the game was on sale this first weekend. We plan on doing more of those. Nexzil's whole thing is, hey, we know we're the top team out there. We don't want to be the top team out there. We want you to learn. We want teams to learn from us and get up there and defeat us. So they have a very good attitude. Bitey, and I know Locklear is also very good about trying to teach people out there, and it's a good attitude to have. It's especially with this game. This game's very hard to learn up top, and anything out there to give new players that any advantage at all is sorely needed.
yeah, there seems to be that initial freak out of new player, like, oh my goodness, why can't I kill things? What's going on? I don't understand. But it's one of those games, I think, after you play a few rounds, you kind of get it, and then it becomes, second nature, pretty easy. But that's one thing I love about the community, at least a lot of the people that we've played with, is the willingness to help noobs. You see that green name in the room, you're like, hey, ask me questions, I'll help you out. And that's one thing I've done whenever I've bought this game for, several of my friends, and I continue to buy extra copies to give to people. I love this game, and I want other people to enjoy it. So,
And it's on sale right now.
it is.
But
$10.
I'm sure most people watching right now actually have the game. They're definitely interested to see how these matches turn up. And like we said, if you were here watching the whole thing, Nexzil is at 2, Breakfast Klub is at 0 right now. This is a best of 5, so this is a very important match for Breakfast Klub. They need to win this one, and if they don't, then Nexzil's going to take it. Nexzil's going to take the first match, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm glad that we're getting this tournament off the ground, Andy. It's a lot of work, a lot of effort's been put into it by a lot of people. But
it's all come together and things are working out.
It has come together, and it's just so many people.
I'm wearing a tie and I look good.
I know. We're both looking pretty darn good today. I've got, of course my shirt's blue. Everyone likes me for my signature blue shirts, but it's a dress shirt. Oh yeah, Andy's stuffing his face right now, but he's wearing his tie.
Y'all, I've got my almonds.
Oh man, it's a good night.
I've got pistachios or pistachios, whatever that word is. And of course, doing the diet, because my pancreas is broken.
It is broken. Andy's a diabetic person, but we don't hate him anymore for it.
It took my friends a long time, but they finally forgave me.
Finally forgave him, exactly. So it looks like we're waiting for the Marine team. Nexzil's talking about a few strategies here. No doubt that my decision on the my on-the-fly decision isn't very popular, but it happened. Here we go. I don't want to say the final match. Match number 3 in today's best of 5. The aliens starting down in subsectors, Breakfast Klub. Of course, the Marines, as always, starting up in control on NS2 Veil today. We see, oh, wow, look at this. Every alien except Brainbot. Brainbot jumps into the hive to command. We see 3 Marines moving over to Skylights, 2 Marines moving over to Topographical. And it looks like the aliens have actually spread themselves out over the map. A little bit slow moving over to Topographical with Derriere and Legend of Kalkin. But they're there now, able to keep the Marines from moving through. And
yeah, I think it's going to be a key for both teams. Just keep their eyes on Overlook and Skylights. That's a direct pathway between the Marine start location and the alien start location. You just got to keep your eyes on it. Be sure there's not one team pushing, the other team pushing through. And
yeah, and there's no question why Breakfast Klub chose aliens on this map, because I mean it's easier as aliens. This map is easier as aliens, especially when the teams are this there's such a skill gap in between the two teams. I mean, just looking at the map, if the aliens are able to stop the Marines over in Skylights and Topographical, those are literally the only 2 ways out of the alien base, and they're both thin hallways and very, very easy to cover from a good alien team. So no doubt that Breakfast Klub is hoping to take advantage of that. But it looks like we already have 2 Marines in Nanogrid, Andy.
yeah, and that's after the initial Breakfast Klub push into Nano. They've systed it up well, but are they going to be able to hold it and build in there?
I don't know. The Marines definitely have an advantage. Party Skulk is coming up behind them. Wow, excellent move. And they do all go down. Nitro taking both kills, both resource towers coming up, and the aliens have secured their control over Nanogrid. Although we do have Glissy and R-Line down in system waypointing right now, doing a little bit of defense. They know if they sit down there, the aliens aren't going to be able to take this area as a travel route. Especially if they sit in this area, they can get a clear shot into the subsector hive, taking them down as they come through the tunnel. They'll be able to take out anyone that comes from the cargo area right now, even though no one would really come from that area due to not being a hive there. And look,
Nexzil gets phase tech started, as well as they're building the resource tower in C12. They have Topographical. They also have Skylights. They are about to be 4 towers.
yeah, and look at this. We have Legend of Kalkin and Pooby both trying to move in on Overlook, but unable to do so as Glissy happens to see them. And Pooby's moving in. Oh, Pooby takes a lot of damage. Just barely. I know that was.
It looks like there's a 2 Marine push in the Nanogrid. We'll see what happens here.
That was excellent shooting up there by Gliss. Very good shooting with his pistol.
Meanwhile, this Marine team there, looks like Bidey is putting the power up in Pipeline. They might try to secure that as their second tech location. Base tech is completed. We have 2 Marines just having a free reign in a Nanogrid.
Yeah, it looks like Legend of Kalkin is waiting for some reinforcements, but it doesn't seem like they're coming. Oh, they actually tied down Glissy on the other side. Now we have Party Skulk, Derriere, and Brainbot moving in along with Legend. But that ping, that ping lets him see it early on.
But the alien team does manage to clean it up. They're all hurt pretty bad, but
look at that. That tower's at 9% in Nanogrid.
9%.
That was excellent clutch defense there. As we see Glissy and R-Line both moving back down. But look at this. They've walked by this drifter every single time. And that's given the aliens exactly the information they need to see where these guys go.
Oh, that one drifter does go down. But they still have a second one. Oh, no. Looks like that second drifter will go down. So both alien drifters over in West Junction get taken out. We do have those 2 Marines. See who it is. It is Glissy and it is R-Line. They're heading into subsector.
Yeah, there's no aliens around this area at all. They're going to have free reign on whatever they want to hit. Chances are they're going to want to hit this resource tower. And that's exactly what they're going for. Oh, and it looks like Pooby spawns in. Nitro coming in for a little bit of defense. Gliss at very little health. Dead. 7%. And there they go.
See what Nitro does.
Oh, Nitro takes down Gliss. That's going to leave R-Line by himself. He's trying to take down that resource tower. He knows it's low. 23%. Is he going to be able to do it?
Oh, it's so close.
Oh, there it goes. There's 2 aliens now. 5%. Oh, that resource tower goes down and R-Line falls right after it. That was excellent play. They weren't able to get the bites on them, and the Marines kept them tied up in subsector for a while, allowing Bindy to take control of Pipeline.
The alien team has dropped the hive and cargo and the extractor there, but looks like B-Link is just put on the pressure in cargo. Oh, multiple aliens coming in.
But Kerrigan's right behind him. Now, I haven't seen a phase gate on the map yet. They did research it. It is linked somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's sitting there in the dome. Look at that, giving them excellent positioning to put a lot of pressure on the cargo hive.
And this Marine team is sitting on 5 resource nodes right now.
Yep, 5-3.
Although
the aliens have lost 1.
Poopy takes out the extractor in C12, so that'll be a little bit of help. We have Nitro coming up to hit the phase gate in the dome. We'll see how much damage he's able to get on it. Maybe they might be able to take it off. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like that resource tower in cargo is about to go down. It's sitting at 10% health. But Poopy came in to try to chomp on that phase gate, unable to take it
47.
down. And this is good play by both teams. I mean, I'm still not sure if Nexzil has this one in the bag quite yet. That resource tower in subsector coming back up. Glissy doing a little bit of work over in subsector as well, but he decides to turn around and go another direction. This phase gate still up in dome with Blink and Kerrigan doing some defense there. And I'm willing to say the momentum's a little bit in Nexzil's favor, not totally. This dome phase gate's giving them a lot of pressure opportunity, but Nitro's thinking about sneaking down there and trying to get a few bites on it.
The cargo extractor does go down. Looks like an alien pushes. Well, I thought they were going to try to hit that phase gate and finish it off, but they back off.
Yeah, they decided to go back for some health. That's going to give Blink enough time to respawn and move back through that phase gate. And there he is right now.
And cargo is finished. Now the alien team is on a second hive. See what they're able to do with it. One Marine goes down.
Oh, Blink is all by himself. It's up to Poopy. Poopy, and there they go. Those Marines do go down, but looking over in subsector, Gliss is taking a few hits at this reactor, this resource tower again. Just again with this completely demoralizing play here, the aliens not able to defend their main base resource tower. And I know it hurts them. It hurts them where it hurts.
Yeah, they've lost 3, whereas this Marine team has only lost 1. And they do drop the command chair in pipeline.
Oh, there we go.
While the alien team starts to leap.
So we're gonna see some jetpacks coming out here soon. The Marines sitting on 16 res, but 5 towers is a lot of money coming in. Overlook hasn't been claimed by either team at all this entire match.
The Marine team finishes shotguns. They do have armor 1, and weapons 1 is about 20% done.
And look at this over in Overlook. Gliss is trying to sneak a phase gate in. R-Line's coming in to help him out. Pipeline just finishes.
And Nitro is attempting to take out the Marine extractor in C12. But Bitey's coming up. We'll see if Bitey's able to get there in time. I think he will.
This is going to be the 6th tower that the Marines have claimed as a team, and this is going to be a big push over into subsector. And this is actually a very interesting play, just on a meta level. It seems like the aliens are doing a lot of defensive work over in cargo, and with the phase gates in both areas, they're going to be able to easily apply pressure onto subsector without having to worry about moving out at all.
Poopy does take out the extractor in topographical, but that'll be something that the Marine team can just build rather quickly. And this phase gate placement is excellent.
Which one, the dome?
I think, well, both of them, because there's only 2 other phase gates you phase through. You're able to get to all locations quickly without having to cycle through 5 or 6 phase gates, and you're able to hit both alien hives and cut off their expansion, or if they try to hit towards pipeline.
And look at this, the aliens are actually starting to take down that Overlook. And so the Marines are responding in kind, putting a lot of pressure on cargo. Look at this punishing blow here, but there's 2 crags on this cargo hive, healing it back up. And I'm gonna say Nexzil now has the momentum in this match.
Yep, and the aliens Breakfast Klub has also fought back and Overlook. They almost cleared out the Marines and had that phase gate at 63%, but it was just too much. And now we have Glissy and R-Line coming in. They're going to hit that extractor sub once again. Oh, they killed the Gorge.
Yeah, that extractor's at 13%. They're gonna easily take that thing down. Looks like Bitey's actually doing some damage over in Nanogrid. Look at this.
3%. It's almost down. And there it goes. The extractor sub is down.
Oh, and the extractor at Nanogrid is down as well. The aliens have lost 2 extractors in a short amount of time. Gliss and R-Line are both still alive at subsector. And they're just taking down aliens like crazy. Let's look at this. Looks like...
Oh, there's a Fade.
Oh, yeah. A Fade is on the field. We got an excellent nano shield on R-Line. And with shotguns and weapons 2 on the way, Derriere is getting out of there. This hive over at Cargo is in quite a bit of trouble as Carapace is about to go away.
That's going to hurt this alien team even more. This Marine team is sitting on 6 resource towers. That's a hefty amount.
Yeah, they've got all the money they could ever want, and we're going to see a large push here by the alien team trying to take back subsector, and it looks like they're successful. But the phase gate is still over in Overlook.
Oh, look at Cargo. We have Marines moving in.
Oh wow, look at that! As soon as that's just excellent play. As soon as one attack is done, all the aliens cannot move as fast as Marines once a good phase gate network is up. And they're definitely taking advantage of that. As soon as they die in one spot, they're moving to the other spot faster than I can even respond as a caster.
The phase gate Overlook does go down, but these Marines over in Cargo are just harassing, and they're going for Crags now.
Yeah, the Crags definitely need to fall. If you notice, they've taken a few shots at this hive, but the 3 Crags here just heal it up immediately as soon as it's down. So they do have to work on these healing Crags quite a bit. But every Marine is now in this area.
Oh man. Derriere,
Derriere gets tangled up in them and goes down. 1 fade on the field down, and that's going to be a brutal blow. The alien sitting on 2 resource towers, 50 res lost, is quite a huge blow to any member in this game when you're on that low of resources.
1 Crag goes down, and the alien team. Oh, a 2nd Crag goes down. There's only 1 Crag left in Cargo.
Yeah, it looks like I don't have very much hope for this Cargo. This Cargo hive. We do have 1 Skulk. It looks like Derriere has managed to sneak through the lines. Kerrigan is coming back and doing some defense there. So the Marines know they're about to kill his hive, but at the same time they don't want to lose that phase gate. Doing an excellent job. And looks like 1 Marine phases back to knock Nitro out of their base. This is excellent. I mean, as soon as the aliens do something, the Marines are responding just as quickly. And the only thing that hasn't issued a response yet is this tower going down in Pipeline, but Kerrigan is walking there as fast as they can. There's no phase gate in Pipeline. They haven't needed one so far.
And the Pipeline at Skylights is also...
The Pipeline and Skylights.
Fall. But at this point, this Marine teams, they have more tech, they have more weapons, they have more resource locations.
And that Cargo hive did fall. The Marines doing excellent pushes now, and that's going to leave 1 area left. The aliens have managed to take out Overlook. There's no more outposts there, so the Marines are going to have to set something up. Looks like Pooby is chomping on the Dome phase gate, but the Marines don't really care too much.
Oh. Runs away for a second and comes back.
In fact, they're even recycling it, so there's no phase network on the field anymore, although the Marines are now building up Cargo.
Phase gate and Cargo is up.
And there we go.
The alien team still does have nano.
Yep, the phase gate, like you said, the phase gate's up. The armory is up, and I don't know. It's going to be hard. The aliens have lost their ability to leap. You definitely need 2 hives to do that. And
oh, here goes a big alien push into Cargo.
Oh, a huge alien push. This is going to be interesting to see if they can hold this. Amazing play. Bitey comes through, Gliss comes through, but they're getting absolutely demolished as soon as they come through this gate. The aliens are sitting on 40 res right now. Glissy's coming through now. Arline gets a good nano shield, but they're just not able to hold it. They're getting demolished through this meat grinder. Oh, there we go. They're starting to make a good push.
They're going to make this defense. These Marines keep going straight over to the armory and healing up, and
that was excellent play by Nexzil. Any less of a team would have definitely lost that to this meat grinder. In a recent patch, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, Andy, you used to be able to be pushed away as an alien if a Marine jumps through or spawns at an IP or a phase gate, but they took that out, and these phase gates and IPs have just become meat grinders for fades. But amazingly, Nexzil has shown, hey, you can get through these. And you can push back on a phase gate being just utterly demolished by an entire alien team.
It looks like they may try to push again. 2 aliens sitting outside. See what they decide to do. Although there's 3 Marines in Cargo. No, 4 Marines. Nope, down to 3. They're mining it up. There's mines all over.
Yeah, this is excellent defense. We see, it looks like Bitey's moving in to try to set this up in Overlook again. The power's still up. They're going to be able to set up a phase gate in any of these areas that they want.
Command station under attack.
Oh, look at this. Look at this push over at control right now. Looks like Kalkin and Party Skulk are trying to do a little bit of damage. Just not able to do it. Glissy and Kerrigan both come in. And
Party Skulk goes down.
Yeah, they do an excellent job. Excellent shooting. Lurks are very hard to hit in this game.
Meanwhile, the Carapace still, it's sub. Looks like it's going to go down again. Buddy's there.
And there it is. There's the good game by Breakfast Klub. Your mic is stuck on or something, Andy.
I was sighing.
All right, so the very first game in this natural selection tournament, the Sucky Gamer Natural Selection Tournament, is taken by Nexzil and some amazing plays. Andy, did you have fun in these games?
Of course I did.
Oh man, I had a ton of fun too. I'm definitely looking forward to the next game.
Of course, I'm not one of the ones being shot at and bit. So of course, it's
that's
a lot
true.
of fun
I'm not being one of the ones being utterly demolished by Nexzil, but Breakfast Klub, like I said, even in the beginning of that game, I was pretty hard pressed to decide who was gonna take that.
Yeah, it was definitely a good effort by them.
And I'm just looking at the sheets right now, guys. Just letting you know in a little bit of advance, the next match for the tournament is going to be on, looks like January 10th. I was about to say January 1st. January 10th at 20:30 Central European Time. I'm not sure. I think that's 2:30 Central, I want to say. I'll have that posted up in the forums a little bit later. I'm not sure if Pooby and Bitey are jumping in here or not. Give me a few seconds here.
So it's your mic that's stuck on.
It's not my mic.
I heard everything you just typed.
Oh well, yeah, that's because I was typing pretty loud. So I mean, this has been an excellent match. Next is going to be Cystisis versus Duplex, two European teams. That's why it's Central European time for the next match. We have Pooby in here right now. I'm not sure if Bitey's going to. I'm not sure if Bitey's going to go ahead and jump in here. Pooby, how did you feel about that match?
It was fun.
It was fun. I mean, did you actually find it fun? Did you guys walk away with this and learn a lot?
Yeah, we've actually been scrimming Nexzil this entire week, so we sort of expected what was going to happen. But we try to hold as much as we could.
Yeah. What you guys, like you said, you were scrimming Nexzil. What are some things you changed to kind of prepare for this matchup today?
Just the base rushes, the harassment at bases. Like over in Summit, we had a hard time with holding flight and down in our main over at sub. So they're really good at harassing, and that's really what you need to do in this game.
Yeah,
harass and RTs, and it was tough on us. So
I have to really commend you guys. I mean, going into this, I mean, I don't want to put y'all down. Y'all are a fairly new team, but I mean, Nexzil's a very powerful team right now, and I must say, I was completely, just utterly impressed by the way y'all have played. You were holding them back. You were winning a lot of key encounters that lesser teams definitely would not have won. Did y'all feel like you were making a bunch of good engagements?
For the most part, once we were defending, but initiating fights, I think we had a little issue of when to engage. A couple of times, I think we went in one at a time, or like 1-2, which was kind of bad. So, but as we continue to progress as a team, I think we'll get better.
Yeah, I mean, there was. Sorry, I'm choking up on my words. So much stuff I want to say. It was just one of those things you could tell that like this Nexzil team, they had constant pressure on you guys while they were constantly building RTs, and you know, there's definitely some room for improvement on y'all. But I mean, especially that first game where y'all lasted almost 20 minutes, like, you know, it was impressive to see you guys hold off a 12-0 ENSL team for as long as you did. And yeah, I'm only excited to watch you guys learn some more and come back and play again. And
yeah, I'm sad that y'all kind of got pushed out in this first round. That's just the tournament as a whole was set up as random seeding, and y'all kind of took it with Nexzil there. But next,
as long as we didn't play Archaea first, we're good.
As long as you didn't, exactly, as long as you didn't play Archaea first. Did y'all like the tournament? Do you like how it's set up and everything?
I think best of 5 is good. It gives you that, it's pretty much, 2 maps.
Yeah, I was actually
Possibility of a third.
I was considering making it best of 7 to make the nights a little bit longer. I mean, that was about an hour and 10 minutes. I wouldn't mind it being probably a little bit longer than that. But y'all did a good job. It wasn't a lot of short maps. And like I keep saying, y'all did a fantastic job against Nexzil, and I'm excited to see you guys in the future with your scrims. I was telling everyone earlier that y'all are a fairly new team, not a new team, but you just recently restructured your players. And do you feel like you're starting to get that gel that you need together?
For the most part, as we continue to play together, I think we'll continue to improve. Like skill level, we have quite a few good shooters, and then aliens were decent as well. Just when you go up against teams that already have, down-packed the flow anyway, where they cover each other, it's kind of hard to get in there. Like, it's Bitey.
And we do have Bitey here, who's probably just hopped up on energy drinks. Bitey, how did you guys feel you did?
Well, we kind of felt like we could have done, like, better. Like, even better than, I guess we did do pretty well, but there's always ways to improve on your game.
Yeah, I was telling Poopy this, and I was telling the viewers this. I was very impressed by how they were able to hold you back in a lot of key encounters. Did y'all feel the pressure going on a few times during those matches?
Well, we didn't feel like we were ever like on the back foot, but it's just like the way that we were setting up our hits wasn't like ideally how we wanted it to. And we've been taking a page from the more Euro style of play. Really, it's just arc play of trying to do higher levels of coordination on hits, which is what we were basically using this to work on. And by the end, I think by the end of that Marine game on Vale, it started looking stronger and stronger on the hits, timing up together, so we could split their pressures apart.
Definitely.
Now, is your team organized to the point where you have, like, I guess I'll use the term squads? Are y'all broken into, okay, you two guys work together and your job is to hit the alien or the enemy RTs, and you two guys are my builders, and are y'all micromanaged down to a point like that?
Well, like, if you look at what the best teams do, you can't just depend on always having the same 2 people. Like, we used to try stuff like that, but when you're looking at it in practice, it's just not time effective. So what you want to do is each wave of spawns, you're going to call like what they're going to do as they go out. Or the player, need to know where you need to go next and who you can pair up with. And you make it happen as it goes along. Usually I'm like a free agent, though. I swap squads or I do multitasking stuff. Whereas Blink, Gliss and R-Line are always paired up together.
Yeah.
So it's depends what you want to get done with who you pair up with who.
Are a lot of those calls made by the commander? Does he say, okay, I need these 2 guys to head this way and things like that? Or is it kind of everybody has input, everybody's kind of making decisions on the fly? And
our decision making, like, for the last few months has been kind of like a consensus thing. The commander's there and he makes calls, but we would also make calls. But ideally, you do want your comm to make every decision. So your players on the field can focus purely on their FPS knowledge and like other kinds of more important things. Like when you're thinking about calls on a field, you can make really bad calls because you're not as informed as a commander is, and you have to make sure that your commander knows what's going on. It's kind of his job to be the intelligence service and what needs to be gotten done and when.
Let me ask you this: you and Breakfast Club have done a few scrims throughout the week, possibly preparing for this matchup. Did you guys do anything different playing Breakfast Club than you might have done had you not scrimmed them throughout the week?
I think that we went into that like I took my mentality as like they're really good or something. I tried as hard as I could. So there's nothing that was completely out there in terms of like trying new strategies.
I'll say I targeted Bitey a couple of times just out of spite.
Well, you guys, everyone did a fantastic job. I really appreciate both of you getting together and getting this stuff done. I hope you enjoyed the tournament. Poopy, I hope you've enjoyed it while you were in it. Bitey, I hope y'all and Nexzil are excited to move into the next round. You're going to be going up against Bounded next, and that should be a very interesting match. I'm excited to see that.
Are they US or Euro?
Bounded is going to be European, so that'll add that little bit of extra challenge on there, as we're going to probably have to switch servers to make sure the Marine team gets the best ping, but it should be a fun match, so y'all can get that scheduled and get that around. Does anyone have any last words?
Just in case that bad manner was planned between Gliss and Party Skulk. So that was just a random thing. That was them two just being, being Gliss and Party. That bad manner with Party Skulk talking shit in the game. Destroyed.
Well, it was a good game. Like I said, I appreciate it. I just want to do a couple of shout outs here. I want to thank Rubik's for being amazing with these videos that you've seen. I'm going to go ahead and play the intro one more time. We're going to be playing it through the entire tournament anyways.
I want to watch.
You want to watch? We're going to play the intro again. He's done an amazing job. Salenthia, who made the Summit video that y'all saw tonight, did an excellent job. The Veil video was made by Rubik's, and the Bracket video was made by Rubik's. Thank you for Armand for making this wonderful backdrop that I have behind me. And thank you, of course, to Unknown Worlds for making this amazing game. I hope you all enjoyed the cast. We'll be back. I'll be back Thursday for another match. Like I said, that's 20:30 Central European time. I think that's 2:30 Central. I'll have all that on the forums and Reddit and stuff. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know if I have any games to cast tomorrow, but I'll be casting Far Cry 3 for sure in the afternoon. But thank you all for stopping by. Good game, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it.
You forgot your tie, Talutha.
I know, I forgot my tie. I know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
After he yelled at me off.
I did. I yelled at it. I'm sorry.
Yes, you're wearing a tie. Go get a tie.
I'm
Shut up,
sorry.
Andy. Get a tie. And he doesn't even show up with a tie.
Good games.
But I have a nice shirt. So we're gonna go ahead and end it here. Thanks to everyone. Thanks for Andy casting with me. You had fun tonight, Andy?
Of course I did.
Awesome. Well, that's it. Good game, everyone. And as always, stay sucky gamers.
Sucky gamers.
Time Druid is almost dead, and Time Druid does go down. Sneaky Elephant's going for it, and they do manage to keep the phase gate up. Onos is moving in right as the arcs are moving out. This is very fortuitous timing by the alien.